you ultimate radio experience.
You're currently tuning in to your fortnightly 4 p.m. habits. Welcome to RCCO On Air, where music and information meets. This is CM, and you're in for another fruitful learning session. Your resort for music and substantial legal discussions is now on its 20th episode. And just in a blink of eye, we are now in the month of October. It feels like the clock is speeding up lately, guys. Don't you agree? Now, allow me to ask you, what makes a peaceful Strata community? Is it the warmth radiated by your neighbors and the boundaries set by one another? I believe those two constitute the goal for an optimal Strata living. However, what if your neighborhood is infiltrated by someone who perpetrates sexual harassment around the community? That will surely ruin our vision of a completely troubleless Strata community. Therefore, RCCO On Air ought to address harassment around a Strata community. And we are going to be joined, of course, by no other than Attorney Rochelle Castro. She is going to provide support on this matter, tackling harassment complaints in a Strata community. Isn't that exciting? Don't leave yet, as RCCO On Air gets back to you shortly.
Floating off the ground, I'm invincible. 10 feet up, never coming down. High on love. You can be my one and only, baby. Don't wanna be lonely no more. You can be my one and only, baby. 'Cause lately I've been losing control.
RCCO On Air.
Seeking a legal champion to protect your interests? At RCCO Lawyers, we dedicate our steadfast effectiveness, resourcefulness, and clarity to yield the best results for you. We foster informed decision-making through education and transparent communication, so that you are equipped with complete understanding of your legal options, with relentless support by our roster of seasoned legal professionals. Contact RCCO Lawyers now and have us advocate for your legal rights.
RCCO Lawyers, effective, resourceful, and clear.
RCCO On Air.
You're still watching RCCO On Air, where music and information meets. Harassment can feel intrusive and deeply concerning as it clearly involves issues in both safety and security. Thus, RCCO On Air is here to impart legal knowledge that is suitable for this kind of act. To tackle this new legal matter, we're pleased to have a Strata law expert with us, and she is once again Attorney Rochelle Castro, who is also the principal lawyer at her own firm, RCCO Lawyers. Alongside her dedicated team, she has successfully supported numerous Strata communities in achieving their goals for harmonious living. Please join me in welcoming Attorney Rochelle Castro.
So I understand that the advice is sought by a third party about the experiences of a couple of residents. The first resident is a female owner in the development who filed a complaint with the committee about being harassed and stalked by another owner. And this owner that is being complained about, or the alleged offender, is entered the exclusive area of that particular resident, and she got really distressed. I also understand that the second complainant, which is also female resident, saw the same alleged offender peering into her window, and she's really distressed, and that this committee, this male alleged offender is also a committee member, and there's also allegations that there's closeness with the chairperson of the Strata community, and that is the allegation is that's what's hindering the matter from being put forward. It's important for any resident to note that any fear of safety, whether it is physical safety or whether it's mental safety, distress, significant distress, where they do not feel secure in where they live in the Strata community, should first be reported, first of all, to the police. If the police is satisfied that there are sufficient reasons, evidence for the police to charge the alleged offender, they will take further action. If the police is not satisfied with that, they will address the matter back to the complainant and say deal and go to the Strata community and complain about that. There's two types of jurisdictions that I've just discussed. One is if you go to the police and the police takes action, that then becomes a criminal matter, where the police takes charge. Where the police does not find sufficient criminal acts have been committed, or they're not satisfied that sufficient criminal acts have been committed, they actually tell the complainant to go back to the Strata community, which is a civil matter. Where a civil matter is addressed, that's where the complainant must put it to the attention of the Strata community, their experiences, ill-mannered experiences, and their fear for her safety, and they could put sufficient evidence in their complaint, supporting evidence, to convince the Strata community to enforce the rules. But that complaint must be initiated by the person experiencing it, not the party. That's what's important in this scenario. If a formal complaint is not made, where the police decides not to take action, nothing will really happen. So what I want to emphasize is that complainants, if you fear for your safety or security in the development, take action. First, go to the police. If the police is not satisfied with the evidence that it's a criminal act, go to the Strata community and file a complaint, convincing complaint, so that the Strata community can enforce the rules. Trust that helps.
I'm sure that helps, Attorney Rochelle. it's important for me to echo what has been advised lately, and that is to provide a convincing complaint. And you have to seek first the help from the police. And if ever there is no approval from them, then this is the time for you to escalate that into your own Strata committee and make sure that you are going to provide only reliable, supportive, and truthful documents so that this situation will not happen further to any other residents in your community. So that's why it is important for you to act on it as soon as possible so that no other can be harmed by this kind of act. Are you in need of any legal assistance, especially with matters in strata, debt collection, conveyancing, or property? Trust us at RCCO Lawyers. You may actually visit us on any of our social media platforms. We are actually present on Facebook, which is where you are watching right now, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter or X, TikTok, YouTube, and if you feel like you want to explore more about RCCO Lawyers, we have actually a website that's www.rccolawyers.com. So we've got a bunch of content that you may want to browse, maybe our blogs, Attorney Rochelle's interviews, and any other community support that RCCO has been involved in. You may want to check that on our website and in our social media pages. This afternoon has been really fruitful, and I hope that you have digested the advice that Attorney Rochelle has spared us. I hope you stay because RCCO On Air gets back to you shortly.
RCCO On Air.
Seeking a legal champion to protect your interests? At RCCO Lawyers, we dedicate our steadfast effectiveness, resourcefulness, and clarity to yield the best results for you. We foster informed decision-making through education and transparent communication, so that you are equipped with complete understanding of your legal options, with relentless support by our roster of seasoned legal professionals. Contact RCCO Lawyers now and have us advocate for your legal rights.
RCCO Lawyers, effective, resourceful, and clear.
RCCO On Air. News break.
Exciting news for Victorian owners corporations. The Victorian government is shaking things up by giving owners corporations or OCs the power to regulate short-term staying in their buildings. Starting on the 1st of January 2025, a new amendment to the Owners Corporation Act of 2006 will allow OCs to ban short rentals of less than 28 days. This implies that any guests would have to rent a unit for more than 28 continuous days in order to be exempt from this prohibition. Buildings can actually vote on this at AGMs, special meetings, or even via ballots, which shall attain at least 75% support to make this effective in their neighborhood. However, an interim special resolution can pass at more than 50% support. This amendment is a game changer for residents looking to reclaim their homes from a noisy tourist and even from wild parties. Now that the Victorian Legislative Assembly has finally materialized this decision, I'm sure that all Melbourne's residents are ready to celebrate their newfound peace. Need guidance in actioning this opportunity? Contact RCCO Lawyers. We are your reliable Strata lawyers.
RCCO On Air. News break.
And that concludes our afternoon. Another day, another episode well spent. Always keep in mind that RCCO Lawyers are always present to provide reliable and clear legal support. We are looking forward to your inquiries on our Facebook inbox and as well as on our other social media channels. Do not forget that information is your greatest weapon. Keep yourself informed and legally empowered. Until next time, where music and information meets. That's only here on RCCO On Air. Goodbye, everyone. See you in 2 weeks.
RCCO On Air. Gotcha the scoop you need and the tunes you love. RCCO On Air. Stay curious. Stay groovy. RCCO On Air. Now signing off.